Hey YouTubers, me again. I thought I'd bring back another old customer of mine. He's actually a bit of a cross. He's a mezco, basically a 1/6 scale mezco that came out, which didn't have a lot of movement in the body, but you know, it was the Rob Zombie version of the Hobo Myers. And although the coat, the hoodie coat, was quite, no, that was about the best thing of it, there also was the head that the mezco had. And what I decided to do is that I wanted the full 30-point articulation, so what I did is went and purchased one of the tallest bodies I could possibly get, which at that time when I did this, and I'll put a caption up there of when I made this video, there was the Hispanic version on. I'm not too sure if you know, but the Triad Hispanic with the mohawk. Do you remember that? Well, anyway, that's the one I grabbed. He was 13, well, just under 13 inches. So I thought I would cross the two and just take the coats off the mezco and order some overalls, because the overalls that the mezco had were painted on the body, and see if I can get some overalls happening. And it made a little bit of a sack at the back there, a carry sack for his sleeping or whatever wherever he carried it for. And whether the coat that the mezco coat come with, and weathered it up and tore it and put some holes in it and whatnot. And the only thing I'm not too happy about, which I'll probably remove completely, is the zipper was a little bit too big. So I'm probably going to remove that completely. I've been looking at it for a while now and just take it off completely, because I'm never going to zip it up, and that's it just looks too big. The knife is not movie accurate, but it's just something I mucked around with when I first started customizing, and I still like it, you know. So it's got a nice shine to it, and I like the blood stains on it, and it's got a leather bound handle and all that sort of thing that I've mucked around with. Originally a scissors tip, that's what it is, sharpened up. So yeah, weathered the coat out and added some beard. I'll see if I can get a good shot without the hoodie on. He looks quite freaky. I wanted to keep the hair in front of his face, because I know in the movie, the Halloween 2 Rob Zombie version, yeah, he always had sort of pretty much the hair in front of his face, covering his eyes, whatnot. He's a very mysterious character, so I like to keep the eyes still in front of the face. I've dirtied his face up, and of course I removed the mohawk and added some sort of gingery red hair, but it's very hard to distinguish what colour his hair was in the movie, because some days it looked, sometimes in the movie it looked reddish tinged, and then other days it looked brown. And I in the clip, sorry, not days, but in the movie, separate times in the movie, it looked different colours, so it was very hard to work out what was the colour. So anyway, I got it sort of like a tingy red brown colour. Now it looks really angry, serious, you know. I'll just flick the hair across, and look, I just broadened his eyes a little bit, and his cheekbones, and really dirtied up his face, because he wouldn't have been a very clean, hygienic person. But so yeah, I just added the hair, glued the hair on. And the overalls I got probably would have preferred a little bit baggier and a little bit longer. They didn't quite come down to as far as where I wanted them to go, but I really wasn't too upset about that. The weathering came out good, and yeah, I put a lot of blood staining in the hands, and yeah, it's pretty much I was very happy with how it turned out. But the what I did with the Mezco body, but basically it was the jacket, and then I added the triad body, the 13-inch or just under 13-inch triad Hispanic body. Got the overalls, fitted it all on. Just got the overalls on because it was very tight around his shoulders. And yeah, I try to make it as authentic to the movie as possible with the labels. They had the labels above the pockets, so drop the pockets down, lowered to the waistline, and remove the buttons and put buttons on the side of the leg. As you can see, the buttons here, weathered the boots. But then I also decided that, that's how you saw him in the Halloween movie, the Halloween 2, Rob Zombie. But then I went and decided to pull the head off the Mezco and implanted the hairs. I actually put them in with they're actually not glued on, they've been implanted into the scalp, and they're a different colour to the actual hair itself, so you can distinguish the two colours. I really like the head on the Mezco character and I really wanted to keep it, so I mucked around with it a bit, and as you can see, it's got all I've greyed it out and put a bit more detail into the head than the original Mezco 1/6 scale had, the Hobo Mars head. But I split it in the back, as you can see here. I split it in the back and created a flap. Now you can see where I've put the hair, fused the hair to the scalp, and put a bit of cloth in there and some glue and a little bit of a strip to hold it on. Now the purpose of that was just that I wanted to keep, instead of changing two heads, I wanted to have his head and then so what I had to do is grind out the inside face and basically hollow out the nose area, hollow out the chin area because it was quite thick, and did a lot of work on the inside to thin the head out as much as I could without breaking through the actual head to turn it into a mask. This is very complicated, but anyway, the end result is, well, just wait and see. I'll just turn this off and I'll turn it back on with his mask on, and then you can see how it's going to look over this guy's head. Okay, back in 2 secs. Okay guys, here we have it. He's still got his beard and whatnot hanging out the bottom of his mask, and I have a little bit of hair hanging down the side of his mask here. Basically you can't see his eyes because the hair's in front of it, but I could, if I moved the hair out the way, I could show you his eyes, but that's not the point. The point is I want to show you the mask over the top of the head. Now that's my Myers with the mask on, and it looks pretty good. That's the hair that I put on it, all messed up, freaky looking. It's still, this is my first custom. When I say custom, cross custom with a one to another. So ripping apart a Mezco body and adding a figurine to get the articulation, like I said. Yep, put the sack on, put heaps of blood on it, and yeah, weathered everything just to make it as movie accurate as possible. And there you have it. So there's my Michael Myers Rob Zombie Halloween 2 version, which I've had on I put it on a forum, 1/6 Warriors forum, and it's been on there for quite some time, but I have made alterations since then. Snipped a bit more of the hair and the beard off, and the hair itself, I snipped a bit more of the hair, so it's changed a lot since then. But Yeah, like losing my background here. I'm trying to balance it. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to drop the light a bit so it's not so bright. Give you another look. Stop the shaking in my hands and give you another look. You can just see his eyes through there, but not very well. Anyway guys, another one of my customs that I thought I'd bring out and you know, show you. This is my very first custom that I did besides G.I. Joe. Okay guys, and also I've just been doing some sketches of my Predator. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of some ribs coming around the body, some helmets or heads, skulls on his shoulders, biceps with horns. That's that leather jacket that I flashed in front of you, which will be going underneath the yep, basically going underneath all the skull sculptures that I'm going to make. And yeah, I don't think I've got any others. Oh yeah, other ideas. Just been sketching other ideas. They're basically back plates that I'm trying to design and stuff like that. I've got one more. Okay guys, this is basically the back plates that I'm going to design with the ribs that go around to the front, just underneath the chest area. These are going to be laced on with leather. Basically this is the design of the lacing of the boots with the fur boots. These are the leather designed strapping that I'm going to have crossing each other with, I'm thinking of incorporating little skulls, sewed on little skulls onto the, so you basically have little skulls going around with these strips that I'm going to have crossing each other. So you there have, that's what's going around the waistline. So you basically, I'm going to have to cut some leather somewhat to the design of this, with lots of strips and an under wrap going under his groin, and then yeah, attaching those little skulls that I'm talking about. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. So yep, so you have it. My other custom that I've done, which is pretty freaky. He scares the shit out of me sometimes. Just looking at him, just reminds me of the movie so much. And then yeah, just gonna throw in a few sneak peeks of my Predator custom, which I will be cutting the groin wrap tonight, and going to be starting to attach those little skulls to the groin wraps that will be going around his legs. So it's going to be a very interesting custom. So anyway guys, I've taken up too much of your time now, so I'm going to move on. Test just one out. Catch ya.